So today I have already had my Hearties, so that is what I had for breakfast. And I am meeting a new friend to go hiking today, so really excited about that. Hopefully she'll be interested in being a part of this video, because it's always fun when people actually want to join me in my videos. A lot of people don't, and I respect that. That's okay. But I think it makes the video a lot more fun when it's not just me. So I'm just waiting for my friend to meet me, and then we will be headed on our way to our destination. So we've made it, but the sign's falling over. I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, so we're at the right place. Still hadn't confirmed that until just this moment. New friend is here with me. She agreed that she'd be fine being on video, so that's exciting. Well, we've been following this along, and now we get to cross it, so I guess there's not usually water in here, or if there is, it's not much, because wow, this does not do well. Oh, because I'm not even looking at it anyways. I'm like, look at this tree over here. There's water. That's how far away the water is, but that's the first sign of water we've seen on this trip, so that's good.
Like 50 feet from us.
I would say that's like 100, maybe 150. But I was really nervous that there wouldn't be a waterfall, because Hemlock Falls is known to only exist when it's since recently rained, and it hasn't rained in like a week now. So that's a good sign that this will not be a boring hike with nothing to show for it. So that way or that way? Because I don't think that's going to take us to the falls.
Well,
or is it? It does take us to the falls?
Well, it looks like they go to the same place.
Okay. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. I guess this just goes down by the water.
Yeah. So here's the map.
Hard to say. So here's another creek crossing. But again, it's dried up. So sad. But also, like, kind of not sad, because it makes it easier to cross.
It's like we say that and then we fall.
Don't say that. So we just came from down there. The trail's going up now. It's no longer easy. We gotta go up. So the trail goes up there, and we're down here. We were almost like water level. Just to put things in perspective. Oh goodness. We're already out of breath. Like, it got real steep real quick. So, you're gonna do this hike. Do not be fooled by the flat beginning, because that is not how the rest of this hike's gonna go. Wow. We're still not to the top yet. We're like to the point where I just showed you, where I pointed to it, and we still have like that much more to go up. Don't go that way. We go this way, because trailblaze. Just throwing that out there in case anybody got confused. We just came up from down there, and now we gotta go up this. Oh my goodness. This reminds me so much of Wheeler Farm. But I mean, it makes sense because it's literally down the street from it, so it's in the same area. But, ooh, you'll begin your workout in today if you do this hike. Oh my goodness. It's like straight up. Like, it doesn't, I hate that it doesn't show on camera how steep this is. I wish it would really display it. We just climbed all the way to the top, basically. And now we're going back down the other side. I don't know why. But, oh, it's like this trail makes you climb a mountain and then go down the other side of it. which means you have to climb it to go back. I don't know if that's the case or not. And then I kind of wonder if there's a trail along the river. Since we saw so many jet-offs by the river, I wonder if there's a way back along that way. I don't know if we'll find that out today or not, but...
We could always go down the other side. That other trail that connects.
Yeah.
And just
That's what I'm wondering. Because if it stays at water level, that'd be a lot easier. Yeah. But, of course, I like challenging hikes like this. It helps me sleep at night because I'm exhausted. But it's definitely challenging. Okay, so there is some water crossing here. I hear water. Oh look, I see water.
I just hope we don't go down and then have to come back up.
I know. Is this like the top of the falls? Do we have to go down to see the falls? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be really sad if that's the case. Oh, no. But this is pretty. I made it across at the expense of my shoe getting very wet, which is fine, but it feels cold. It's supposed to be waterproof, but it feels cold on that side. So we'll see how that holds up in the long run. But, wow. The water comes from all the way up there. It's such a peaceful spot. So we came from the trail that way, and you have to cross this, and the trail continues that way. So, yeah, there's a little bit of a jump. I know it doesn't look big, but in person it can be intimidating, so just throwing that out there that's there. So we ran into a guy that was coming back this direction. It's the first person we've seen coming this way. So I asked him how close we were, and he said we just had to go around the corner and down the hill and we'd be there. So we're going downhill now. Whoa. I'm going downhill faster than anticipated. Oh goodness, we really are going to go down to the bottom. So that's exciting.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the downside is then we'll have to go back up. But on the bright side, he told us about a cave that's near the entrance of the park that we have to go check out. So we will be doing that on our hike back. And you'll get to see that. I say that in hopes that we make it that far, but we're not gonna think negatively. This is steep. We are, like, this is what I was afraid of. I was afraid this was gonna be like climb the mountain to go down the other side. Like mid-video. There it is. That's definitely it.
Yeah, that's a waterfall.
So, I like their signage. You've arrived. So I got distracted taking photos of a flower, and she started up without me. She's all the way up there. It's like way up there. And it's so steep, and that's not even half of it. We're dreading this back. We're both out of breath. But, so this trail takes you up the mountain, and then down a little bit, up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little bit, and then you go down the other side. So, going back, you have to go back up. So, I do not recommend this trail if you don't like to climb mountains. I'm being exaggerative. It's not technically a mountain. It's more like a ridge. But it's a lot. Especially if you're not used to it. So we're going where he said, sorry, I missed the beginning of it. I'll show you where the trail is in a minute when we go back. But this is where he said to go to see the cave. You cross the dry creek bed, and he said there's big, like, wooden things up there, and there they are. It's so funny, like, giving directions while hiking, because it feels like back in the olden days when there was, like, no streets, like, you had to give landmarks. It's like that. Yeah. So, did he say we have to go to the top of that?
I think so.
Because it looks like the cave could be, like, in there. He said it was, like, a big hole.
Yeah, which I kind of see. It's just going to be a pain.
Yeah. We missed the waterfall. Oh my goodness, why is this blurry?
Yeah.
There we go. We missed the beginning part. Not the beginning part. We missed the part where he said there's a couple waterfalls that stream off that you can go off trail and see where they go, and they both go underground and, like, straight down. He said, like, there's one that goes, like, straight down 30 feet. But we're not really keen on going off trail, especially if it doesn't feel safe, because it is off trail. And a lot of places you're not supposed to go off trail anyways, because it's not good for
habitat.
Exactly. So, wow. This could be difficult. So we have to go up this. So these are like steps. These are big steps. These were not made for small people.
Advantage of these trekking poles. Oh.
Now I'm gonna wish that I had some poles, because I am struggling. But there is a trail coming up to here, so I don't feel bad coming up here. Yeah, these are just here for land stabilization, to keep the side from eroding away. They're not here to be steps. But they double as large steps. That looks like a mini cave. Whew. So much for no more uphill. Oh, wow. It's way back there. That is really creepy, though. It's this huge rock face. And he was scared that there would be bears in there. Woo!
I don't think we're in an area with bears.
Yeah, but we definitely have mountain lions, bobcats, stuff like that up here. So, something else to be scared of. Whoa! This is cool. You can tell people come back here, but it's still not, like, massive. They traveled.
This sounds sketchy. I just get a weird vibe.
I know, I'm like, how much further do I want to go?
I know, because even some of this, it's like off of those scary movies.
What?
Like the moss and like the creek.
I was fine until you told me that. And these have like little holes. Like, we are walking on caves right now. That is what terrifies me. We are walking on caves.
Well, at least like the sun doesn't sit, because if no.
Oh goodness,
like,
I would know. Me neither.
I would not come back here in the summer though, because snakes and everything.
Wow, this is insane. Someone responds.
Oh my god,
We'd be booking it up. quiet, you'll hear water dripping. Water's dripping from the top of these rocks. And I think under heavy rainfall, that's what caused like the deep pool down there. This is just such an eerie place. But it's pretty neat. I definitely recommend coming down here, but I wouldn't come down here alone. There's no way. So, if you have the chance, check out the cave if you're brave. But I wouldn't come down here alone. It's also kind of steep going back up. It's also kind of dangerous, so like I said, don't go alone. But it's worth checking out because it's interesting. Definitely don't save this for the end of your hike, because then your legs are too tired to make the big steps. Do this at the beginning of your hike. It'll be easier. I see the sun again. We've come out of the darkness and into the light. So I'm walking back to where we were. So if you want to go to the cave, it's this trail here, where there's a sign that says no camping. No camping in the cave, kids. No camping. But yeah, that's where it is. So main trail continues this way. Trail to the cave is that way. So I recommend checking it out on your way in instead of your way out. It's easier, I feel like. But you do as you wish. Apparently we did 7 miles. That's what her watch says. Mine says 7.12, so I win. No, I don't know. My Chinese watch is not the best. $30 Amazon, so can't complain. But bye-bye fallen sign. And we are back. We made it back. Sun's starting to go down, and I will see y'all shortly. Do you recognize this place? I've been here before. We're at the Fall Creek Falls Visitor Center just to use the restroom. But I wanted to show you, they have a big blown up map on the wall. And as you can see here, it's got all the trails in the park. And they even have the trail that we went on. So, we used the restroom at the Nature Center on our way in today. And then now we are at the Visitor Center. Why am I not seeing there's a Visitor Center? And we're gonna head on, oh sorry. So, we stopped there on our way in and then went back up. But now we are here at the Visitor Center, and then we will be leaving the Red's the road, and we'll be leaving south. But where we went hiking today, you take 284 up out of the park all the way up to 30, and you take 30 all the way up, and you enter back in the park because the green is the park. So that part is not part of the park, but the green is part of the park. There's Wheeler Farm Loop that I did way back in November. Highly recommend that trail. And what we did today was Prater Place Trail, which is a little bit longer. And there's Hemlock Falls. And that's where we went today, and then turned around and went back. And then went over to the cave off the side there, but yeah. I feel like Wheeler Farm Loop's a little bit easier, it's a little bit shorter, but it's about the same as and challenging with the uphill and downhill, honestly. But those are the 2 trails that are on the north end of the park that a lot of people don't realize are part of Fall Creek Falls Park. So those are, if you want to go to less crowded trails and you're in Fall Creek Falls State Park, it's definitely worth the drive up there just to do something that's not as crowded. Highly recommend it. But I would like to come back soon and go to Piney Falls, because I've been to the overlook, but the bridge was out, so the hike that takes you actually down to the falls was closed. Want to do that later on another trip. Not today. I'm really tired. But if you want to see a better map and visual of everything where we hiked today, that will be in my blog post, which is also linked below for you, so check that out. There is also going to be like more photos and everything, and just more information about the hike in general than I was able to provide today in this video. And no video would be complete without editing Amanda to finish it, right? I don't know why I left it kind of open-ended. I was thinking about adding other stuff to it, but there's nothing else to add. I also kind of hate that I forgot to get road footage of us driving because it's part of one of the scenic drives. You actually go along 111, which I recently did a blog post and video about, so if you want to see some of the views from the drive, check that out. I think I made it pretty clear that this hike has a lot of ups and downs, so it is kind of challenging in the vertical realm of things. It is not an easy hike for the sake of that, but the trail itself, like rocks and stuff like that, it's easy because there's not a whole lot. The hardest part would be like the creek crossings. But that's it. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up for me, subscribe, it really helps me out, and comment down below if you've been to this trail before, if you're excited to go now that you know about it, and what your favorite Fall Creek Falls State Park trail is, or just your favorite part of the park in general, because I've done a lot of exploring there lately, and I have a lot of blog posts and videos about that. If you're interested, check them out. But that is it, so I will see y'all next week.